Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy and I'm here to do a general tarot card reading for Capricorn. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. We're going to be using the This Might Hurt Tarot today, and we'll see what's going on for Capricorn this month. So Capricorn, this is your first reading that I've posted for my new channel. For those of you who are still wondering why I haven't been posting Pisces videos regularly, I've actually changed the channel to now post for all 12 zodiac signs. So if you want to get more information about the channel updates, you can click on that video on the top of my homepage. So we have Three of Swords and Judgment. Judgment talks about karma, weighing up the damage with the Three of Swords, looking at how much damage was done, and looking at how much pain was felt, and how much healing came out of it, and something doesn't add up. So it's almost, how like pain and challenges can help us receive blessings eventually, so things balance out in the end. It feels like with these two cards that like some type of pain or wounding or separation or destruction of something old in your life has caused more pain than anything else. It's been a huge learning point for you, but in some way the scales of justice, which are in this card here, need to be balanced in some way. So we'll look into how those things are going to balance out in this reading today. We have the Ten of Wands and we have the Nine of Pentacles. This can talk about responsibility, a heavy weight upon your shoulders. And the Nine of Pentacles can talk about money, savings, investments, businesses that we own. So there could be financial burdens with these two cards here. You may have been under a financial burden, maybe codependent upon other people's resources and empathy and generosity. The 10 represents a completion point. Even though you've been carrying this weight for a long time and maybe have been at this completion point for a long time, actually what I'm getting from this is that it has been dragging on for a while, Pisces. This heavy burden of financial codependency. And we're going to see how that may change in this reading, or give advice on it anyway. So we have the Eight of Cups, Justice. We have the Six of Wands. It's too many cards. We have the Ace of Cups in the past. In the distant past is the Ten of Cups. In the future is the Queen of Wands, representing you as the Page of Wands. We have the Death card in your environment. In your emotional space, it's the Nine of Swords. And the outcome is the Ten of Swords. Wow. with the Two of Wands. Underneath the bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Feels like it's been not entirely possible to like fully remove yourself from a previous cycle. Maybe because they're family. Maybe it's because it's related to your career, or it's related to a long-term relationship. I mean, this cycle doesn't have to be like the end of a relationship and then you trying to like move on from it, although it can be. It can be a cycle within a relationship that just won't resolve. And I think this has confused a lot of people who are connected to you, and it's almost as if you're singing a song, you're singing to your own tune. And with this Page of Wands here, you're making lemonade out of lemons. You're using your lemons and making lemonade, so to speak. There's a lot to mourn. There's a lot to want completion over. So I feel like in a way you've taken on the burden of whatever this karmic weight has been that's on your shoulders, and you're trying to find creative solutions to transmute and transform that energy and put it to rest so that you can move forward in a new cycle. But it feels like you also could use a rebirth, a renewal within a relationship or a family or a cohort of people. Like you could use their support, you could use their approval. But you don't need it, Pisces. I think that's the point of some of these cards here today. There's energy here of like not having the team that you thought you would have at this stage. But that's going to transform. I think that however you were connected to this like heavy karma, it's associated with betrayal, heartbreak, setback, and your part in it, you no longer feel like you're no longer blaming yourself for your part in it. You've forgiven yourself. I can see that with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords reversed. And you may not get the forgiveness or the acceptance or the results you were looking for from another person. But there's a lot of power that comes from the self-forgiveness. And there's an energy here of like removing yourself or recreating yourself in a different way. Like either traveling, moving, or relocating to have a fresh start so you can actually express yourself and do the things that you want without being limited by whatever's been dragging on. Or there is a energy of recreating what the environment that you already have, and getting creative and changing things up and networking and making new connections with the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups. If we go through the individual card pairings, normally I go from left to right, but I do want to talk about this first card pairing we have, which is at the end of the reading. In the past position, we have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Swords. We also have the Death card, and we saw the Ten of Wands earlier. So that's like 3 tens and a Death card. In tarot, that means endings, conclusions. And at the ending point, that's when a lot of transformation happens. Usually means the transformation has already happened. But that's when you start seeing the breakthroughs, the light, the shift in the background here. A new dawn, a new day. And it's centered around a theme of like betrayal and association with people who you cared about. So this looks like some type of tragedy or the end results of a conflict when it comes to family or close ones. And then if we look at the cards that are next to it, we have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords reversed. This is like your own cup, your own participation in the community, the family, the long-term relationship. And then this is the you've already overspent a lot of energy blaming other people and blaming yourself and being very stressed out about it and losing sleep over it. But there's almost energy here of productivity, and in your productivity you've learned to find new momentum. And in some ways this like blame or guilt or self-doubt has fueled you to make decisions to transform this situation. Because if you felt like you were removed from it and you had nothing to do with it, then maybe there wouldn't be that much change in the situation either. So regardless of what may or may not have happened, you've taken ownership with that Ten of Wands we saw earlier, and with these cards here. And because of it, you're reaping new karma. And in the environment position and in the heart, like in the central focus, is the Six of Wands and the Death card. There's a crown above the Death card, and above the man riding the horse, the Death omen, and there's also a victory laurel wreath down here. So no one's going to see, like, I guess what I'm getting from this is like there's no reclaiming of victory or power or prestige from the previous chapter or what all the karma that's come down. Like there's no success point coming out of it. You don't come out on top, so to speak, with these energies. But you do come out transformed. You do come out renewed. And ability to sing your own tune and be free from the expectations and responsibilities of people involved. So you may not have the support that you were hoping to have, but it doesn't mean you don't belong, doesn't mean you're not loved and appreciated. Just means that people didn't want to get anywhere near the injustice or the karma that you had to go through. They unfortunately felt it best, whoever these people that I'm talking about, to let you go through it alone, or with whoever you were going through it with. So here we have the Justice reversed, influencing the current moment, and representing you is the Page of Wands. So with this card pairing, Capricorn, it's like it's showing the fact that things are not balanced, things are not fair. Like the Justice reversed is a confirmation of what I was picking up from the Judgment card, another symbolism with the scales in it. And but the Page of Wands is saying that this has inspired you in some way. This has reignited some type of passion within you. And try as you may to return to the situation, to fix and heal and lead and inspire amongst the relationship dynamics that have suffered from this karma in this situation. There isn't a place for you to step into your true authenticity and power. The respect isn't there. The listening isn't there. And the room for creative expression isn't there. So the whole purpose of you going through this situation was to separate yourself from the burdens and from the responsibility and from the lack of room for creative expression in whatever group of people, workplace dynamic, or family situation that we're talking about, or a long-term relationship. So it doesn't mean you have to end those relationship dynamics, but this was about you recreating yourself in a new space. Guilt-free, karmically free, and there's two realities happening in this reading simultaneously. There's the reality of the fact that there's still love and support and connection, but there's also the reality of how people responded and how you felt and how you acted within challenges and setbacks and letdowns and possibly even betrayal or physical, or even illness. And and the feelings associated with that. So I'm actually getting from this original card pairing that we're talking about the nature of people, the nature of community, and then I'm being drawn to look at these birds here, almost how birds fly in a flock and they support each other when they're free, when they are in movement, in transit, with common goals and wanting to experience the same thing. But then one of those birds gets injured and maybe runs into another bird, or I don't know if that's possible, but comes into some type of karmic trap. And it's not like those other birds are equipped to help that bird that's been injured or set back. So they move on, they fly around, they may circle around the situation a bit, but they have to move on with their own life. It's just the natural flow. So I'm seeing that you may have felt left behind or isolated or betrayed by people in their response to what you had to go through, but they weren't equipped to, nor were they responsible to help you through those things. you were responsible for helping yourself, and you've done that. To me, this page is a beautiful card to represent you today, because it's kind of showing that like you're able to sing songs about what you've gone through now, or even listen to music and like feel inspired again. Okay. All right, that's what I've got for your reading today. Thank you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you again soon.